Welcome to the second video from Scott Rusbridge from Coastal Golf Academy. This is a follow-on video from the first one I put together with regards to ball flights and impacts. Last week we talked about the ball flights and explained that there are shot families. We have a shallow family and we have a steep family. With the shallow family, the ball flights that you could start to see were pushes to the right, draws just off to the right and then drew back to the target, hooks where they start right and then go miss to the left. And with the shallow family we also could have fins, tops and fats where the club scuffs the ground before the ball. The other side was the steep family, and with that steep family you're going to typically get ball flights that are pulls straight to the left if you're a right-handed golfer, slices where the ball curves big off to the right, and fades where they start side out and goes back to the target. Also you may have chunks where you hit down very steeply onto the ball. With the drive the ball may pop straight up in the air, and with the fairway woods you may hit low traps. So those two families, you will typically be in one of those two camps. Now today's video is about explaining what the impact conditions are from those two families. So we're going to start with the shallow family. And the shallow family typically come from a club that is swinging from the inside, this is our target line, from the inside of the target line travelling to the outside, known as an in-to-out swing path. With that swing path we typically get a very wide bottom, and that is why we cannot really take big divots, but we will scuff the ground before the ball, which would lead us to hit halfway up where a fin or a top may happen. We also get it from when we get this into-out swing path, the club will enter from the inside, and if it contacts the inside part of the ball with the club face, then the ball will just start right and continue on to the right. If we come from the inside and contact somewhere near the middle of the ball and travel on the outside with the club face, the ball will spin to the left. If we switch over now and talk about the steep family, that family come from an out to in swing path. The club is travelling from the outside and in. With that, the bottom of the swing typically can become very narrow, and that is where the chunks come from because we're hitting down so steeply. With regards to the ball flights from the steep family, the slice comes from when we're coming from the outside, but we contact the back to inside of the ball and move to the left, which imparts spin to the right. The pull comes from out to in, just on the outside of the ball, and travels through the middle of the ball, taking the ball over to the left. So, to recap, the shallow family come from an in-to-out swing path, which typically has a wide bottom. The steep family shots come from an out-to-in swing path with a narrow bottom. Next time you're out playing golf or when you're practicing, look at your ball flights, tell them what they're telling you about your impact, and then you can work out whether you're in the steep family or the shallow family, and in our next video we'll talk about some corrections you could add to it. Thanks.